Vindication, all of his students love him. His students love him a lot. His coworkers eventually come to love him a lot. And they say, you should publish. The world needs to know about this. And he says, I'm really busy. I'm really busy, you guys. I am running a hospital. I am trying to sterilize the world. You guys do it. And they say, you know what? We will. So his friends and students go out into the world to various conventions and seminars and everything and say, you guys won't believe what Ignas is doing. It's the coolest. We've managed to get rid of childbed fever. And then everybody says, oh yeah? How? And they say, well, we wiped it all down with this magic potion. And they say, okay, well, what's the reasoning behind that? What's the scientific reason? And they say, it's invisible ghosts from the dead people, from the people that have died of childbed fever before. Because yeah, they died, and then the doctors were next to the dead people, and they carry the stuff from dead people with them. It does not go great. The medical community at large considers Semmelweis to be kind of a hack, because his students and friends show up and are like, hey, he did the greatest thing, but they can't explain it. They don't have scientific rationale. And everything that they're saying is, hey, guess what? Doctors cause disease. It does not go over well.
Oh, man.
So Ignas, who is just trying to run his hospital and save lives, which he's doing successfully, he's doing his job right, he starts getting hate mail from all over the world. All over the world. People are sending him letters saying, I hope you die. Because you are a heretic and you hate doctors and you don't understand science and you've got your magic potion and you didn't even publish anything. So eventually he does get around to publishing, but what he publishes is this diatribe, this screed,
angry rant.
You are all murderers! You're all murderers! Part of this was that he also, we don't know exactly what was going on, but he had some kind of illness affecting him already at this point. Some people claim that it was syphilis, which was actually really common for doctors to get.
Pretty much everyone had syphilis around that time.
Yeah, that's a whole other horror story that maybe
we're not
we'll
gonna
get
into
to
that.
another day. A lot of people claim that it was syphilis. It wasn't necessarily syphilis. It was, or it was syphilis and something else, like early onset dementia. But he started to act very erratically. Since, you know, I can't really blame him because he was getting hate mail from strangers because he saved the lives of a bunch of poor women for free. So he does publish this monster book. And it is just filled with this rage and just yelling at people and screaming and saying how all doctors are filthy and their hands carry disease and illness, and it's a mess. And so his book comes out, and everybody that wasn't already dismissive of him reads his book and says, well, yeah, obviously this guy is a crazy person.
Oh, man.
Obviously. He gets fired from his job. His successor does continue doing the hand washing for a while, though, which is good. And things stay down with that for a while until eventually they stop, and then it goes back up again. Ignas Semmelweis returns home to his hometown of Buda. No, he returns home to Pest. He returns home to what we now know as Budapest in Hungary and lives the rest of his days pretty much writing angry letters and drinking.
Oh.
Because he is very upset. And he writes the greatest letters to all of his detractors, to all of these people that don't believe him. He is writing letters that are like calling people a medical Nero and accusing them of sending out with each of it was, I'm paraphrasing, but it was each of your students that you send out is a murderer injected into society. It's this extremely strong language. So once again, he continues to alienate himself, and even the people that believed in him and believed in this whole hand-washing thing that he promoted gradually move away from being associated with him. Okay, now the story gets really depressing.
Now, we only have about 9 minutes left.
Okay, let's make this snappy. So, still relatively young. He doesn't really get to be all that old. He sees a light at the end of the tunnel when he is invited to come inspect a new hospital and to apply his methods there.
Cool.
He shows up very excited because at last he's going to be able to implement his methods once again, save a bunch of lives.
All good stuff. Vindication.
Yeah, except for it's an insane asylum that his wife was having him committed to. He resists for obvious reasons. The guards beat him to death. The end. Okay, so actually they beat him into unconsciousness. It's actually worse than that. They beat him into unconsciousness, put him in a straitjacket, and lock him in a room. The cuts on his face and body become infected, and he dies of blood poisoning, similar to puerperal fever.
He dies of the thing he was trying. Oh, man.
The end. But Semmelweis does eventually get his due.
Not while he was alive.
Not while he was alive. But there are now Semmelweis libraries. There is a Semmelweis museum.
Nice.
There are Semmelweis hospitals. And
doctors wash their hands.
And doctors wash their hands, which is probably the best of all, except for maybe there's an exoplanet named after him.
Nice.
He got a planet named after him.
I hope I get a planet one day. That'd be cool.
That'd be great. But mostly, today, pretty much no one dies of puerperal fever.
Nice.
It is quite rare. We've come a long way, and these days, everybody, not just doctors, washes their hands, and that is thanks to Dr. Ignaz Semmelweis, the savior of mothers.
Nice.